Hey guys, this is Koi Kuchki and I'm going to be showing you how to make con. First, you'll need to take your brown clay and knead it until it's soft. You want to do this so it's like grate it until it's soft so it's easy to work. Then you need to roll it into a ball and keep rolling it until it's put it on its side. Use a rolling pin to roll it out. Try to get it as thin as possible, it doesn't matter if it's not very thin. Then you need to have a star cookie cutter and make 2 stars. Then you'll need to flatten these out a little bit more. Make sure the points on the star are pretty much still points and not just flat. Flatten out the other one. Now place these two together so it makes a sort of patterned star shape. This will be the back of his head. Flatten this out a little bit, but not too much. And there we are. Put this to one side for now, as you'll come back to this later. Grab a baby wipe and clean up your area, which should be doing any minute now. There we go. You will next take your yellow clay, and I need to unwrap mine. You will need to cut a section off big enough that so it will fit around in front of your cone star, your cone back. So I cut this much off. Again, I try and make it all soft so it's easier to work, and I put it into a ball. This may take a little time as I'm using Sculpey 3 and this is a slightly harder clay, but I do prefer it as it's not as sticky. So I'll fast forward this bit a little bit more. As I have done that, I can now roll it into a ball, flatten it slightly with my finger and sort of break down the edges, keeping one end flat and the other end sort of a bun shape. This will be the front of his face. As you can see, it's pretty easy to do. And then you want to put this on the front of your golden star, golden back. You want to put that to one side. So you can now make his ears. So take 2 bits of the clay from the previous one, roll these into 2 little balls and then make a triangle shape, pinching 2 ends and pressing on one. Put to one side. And then make another one to put obviously the other side as there's 2 ears. You want to flatten them down just a little bit so they're not as pointed. And you want to put this to one side, and now is to make his mouth. You're going to take some lighter coloured clay, a small amount, knead this until it's soft. You want to take one bit and roll it, and you want to sort of bend it a little bit so it looks like an indent of a mouth. You want to put this in the middle of your face, where you want his mouth would be, and then the other part you need to make a small little version of the top one and put this underneath, so it's the bottom sort of mouth, bottom part of his mouth. So there you have it. You just insert the eye pin, bake it, and there's your very own cone.